Hey everyone, I'm Ultraviolent4 and this is a brand new playthrough of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. After an extremely long and difficult 15 rune centaur last game, I'm very excited to be playing something new. And in fact, it's completely new to me. I've never tried this species at all before. It is the newest one to be added. Well, at least it's stable. Gnolls are kind of added, but anyway, it's Barachi, formerly Barachian. They're frogmen. So yeah, this is completely new to me. My thinking is basically that I spent so long kiting on the centaur that I just want to do the opposite to kiting. So centaurs are fast, Barachi are slow. So we're not going to be kiting. And as far as backgrounds, we're going to be playing an assassin. Okay. Barachi Assassin. Interesting. Okay. So if you have a look in the top right here, when we move at 1.2. If you're normal speed, you move 1 tile per turn. Barachi are slow. To help you combat that, they have an ability that lets you hop. It costs you nothing, not even food. So you can hop up to 4 tiles, but it's not accurate. So you saw there, I tried to hop back to this tile and I landed here. So you get a little square of tiles that you might land in, and you get this hop status, minus hop. As long as you don't move for a little while, apparently it's a very long while, 23 turns, it goes away. So you don't just get to hop like mad. You don't get to go hopping mad and just go boing 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 boing, which should be cool, but oh well. Let's have a look at us. Shadows flee at your approach. So the story with Barachi is that they, or Barachium, I think is the plural, they used to be divine until they rebelled against the gods and they were cast down. But apparently the light still remembers their former divine status, so you get an extra tile of line of sight. I'd say it's kind of neutral whether that's good or not, but I'd say that probably harms you more than anything. So line of sight is always what's the word for something that's the same? I've forgotten. But basically, it's always, line of sight is always the same for you and enemies. If you can see an enemy, it can see you. Unless things are going kind of funky, which they can. It's not like enemies ever have more line of sight than you. So with more line of sight, more things will notice you. They'll be able to shoot you from further away. Although then of course you can shoot them back from further away, which is why it's, I don't know, it's kind of neutral, but yeah, you're going to potentially attract more enemies to you at any given time because more tiles will be revealed. We also get to swim through water because we're a frog. That makes sense. That's pretty cool. We start off as the assassin class. Just a warning, if you're thinking this is the really cool stealthy stabber class, that's not correct. You're looking for enchanter, not assassin. Assassin tends to confuse a lot of new players because it sounds really cool, but really what it means is you start off with a blowgun. You also have some natural stealth, so start off with 3.6, which is pretty high, but it's more of a melee class than it is a stabbing class. You also get a cloak, which is pretty cool, and a +2 dagger, and that's why it's more of a melee class, because you're looking to the +2 dagger to carry you through most of the early game. The blowgun's really good, but you don't have much ammunition to start. Every time you fire one of those, they can mulch. So you've got to be particularly careful of your curare needles. You only have 2. So they will kill pretty much any monster in the early game if you can hit. And that includes uniques. So you really don't want to use them unless it's a dangerous situation. And the poison needles, you don't really want to spam them at the start because you'll run out very quickly. Alright, as far as our training goes. And just have a look at Barachi as a whole. They have really good apps. When they first got put in, they had terrible apps. So they were slow and pretty bad at learning things, and I think they were pretty miserable to play. From the accounts I heard anyway. But now their apps are really strong. They're among the highest aptitudes, I think. So we're going to turn off stealth. Assassin with no stealth. Anyway. Okay, so I want to have fighting on. Probably we're going to focus fighting. At this point, you normally would focus your weapon, but I don't really want to stay with the dagger if I can help it. I don't love training daggers generally, although I am going to leave it on this time, because if we don't train any weapon skill on a species that can't really run away, we might be in for a bad time. But I'm not going to focus it. I'm going to leave short blades on. I'm also going to leave throwing on. Throwing is a skill that that governs how well you use a blowgun. How often you hit, how often you poison things with your poison needles. That's a really long description on the blowgun. And also, yeah, that's it. How long you take, how often it hits, and how often it poisons. Yeah. So yeah, there's no singular blowgun skill that got removed a long time ago. And I'm also going to train dodging over armor. So our skills are going to look like this. We've started off in a robe, so we're going to get more immediate returns from dodging than we will from armor. And I guess that's it. Basically, whenever you're slow in the early game, when you don't have many tools, there's a good chance that you just die. Also, here's a great start. We've got first enemy Jackal Pack. Okay. Yep. So yeah, it's the same as when you're a Naga. It's the same as when you worship Che. You might just meet a D6 ugly thing, and if you're slow or you don't have the teleports or tools required to get away from it, you just die. Maybe you see a D4 double-headed ogre. That seems to happen quite often too. Alright, so Jackals as our first enemy is kind of scary. I feel like this is worth pulling out our blowgun. The way that I did that is by hitting apostrophe, because the dagger's on A and the blowgun's on B. When I hit apostrophe, I switch between the A and B weapon. If you want to put weapons on A and B, you press equals I, and then you can adjust them. That's a cool little trick. I'm not going to use my curare, but if you wanted to, Shift Q is your quiver button. And that doesn't take a turn, so you can switch between them as often as you want without actually being punished. I don't think we need curare on the Jackal though, but my plan here is to try and hit him. Okay. So I wanted to alert just one, and then we're going to fight him here. I don't love fighting him on the door though, because that means that if he made a corpse there, we'd no longer be able to shut the door. So I'm going to step back, and then we'll fight him with the dagger. And yeah, Jackals are scary. I'm also going to blowgun the dart slug. There are probably more Jackals there, because it's very rare to have one Jackal at a time. They're normally in packs. He died to that one thing because dart slugs are vulnerable to poison. Oh yeah. Okay, well we're basically just going to try and take things one at a time. I didn't see more Jackals, but I do see more dart slugs. I want you off the door. I think we're okay. At max damage they can do 8, so he rolled very well there. But yeah, I think he was unlikely to kill us. We've got pretty good HP, 23. Barachi have normal HP, as in human HP, and human magic. Alright, and if we can manage to fight things one at a time, like that, we're going to beat most things in the early game, because a +2 dagger is really quite strong. Going to poison dart the dart slug again. Give him a taste of his own medicine. And I really should be... It looks like it was just one Jackal. That's very odd. I'm going to pick up this chainmail. I think we're going to go try that out. But I really should be picking up my poison needles. So we've got them again. Okay, some scrolls. Alright, I'm going to head back into this room and shut the door. And then let's try out the chainmail. If we have a look at the chainmail, it requires 15 strength to match its encumbrance rating. We only have 12 at the moment, so we're kind of a little bit under where we'd want to be, but we can try it out anyway. We currently have 3 AC and 12 EV, which is a total of 15, if you want to think of your defenses like that. And this gives us 9 and 15, which is 14. So it's a little bit less, but this is more AC, which I tend to prefer, all things being equal, because I think on average, I can't say this for sure, but I feel like AC does more, because especially in the early game where enemies have relatively low attacks, you'll just avoid the damage, whereas with evasion, most of the time they won't hit you, but then they will and you'll take a lot of damage. Start heading back. Okay, we're just gonna try to stick in the corridors. We're gonna try to fight things one at a time as much as possible. There's all our jackals. Okay, only 2 have seen us. The third one hasn't. I want to get away though before the others see us, so I'm gonna hop back. It's the extent of my hop, and we're going to actually, we should fight them in the hallway like this. If I step into the room, they can both come in, and then they can both be fighting me at once. So let's go. We have 9 AC from our chainmail, so the jackals are actually not as scary as they were when we just had the robe on. Good. And then let's, fine, we can blowgun this guy. Okay, to level 3. Well, we just learnt that we don't have enough strength for our armor, so let's pick strength. Cool. Feels stronger. That gave us an extra point of EV because that lowered the penalty we're getting from our armor. So we're now up to 15, which is the same as the robe. And we've already lost one of our poison needles. Ooh, needles are sleeping. That's really rare and awesome. So your throwing skill again comes into play for how well these work, but they're kind of they paralyze targets. So that's an amazing find, and that makes me happy that we're training throwing. Wow, so we basically just got paralysis for our blowgun on D1. That's amazing. I'm going to auto-explore. Even though this is a slow character, I actually feel like he's pretty strong for this point in the game. He's got a chainmail. He's got really good apps. He's got a +2 dagger. And really, 1.2 isn't actually that slow when you think about it. It does mean that you can't run from things, but Nagas are much worse. But yeah, so a leopard gecko is pretty scary as a D1 monster. It's fast, so even if you're a normal character, you can't run from it. It can do up to 5 damage, and yeah, they're kind of vicious. So, well, we poisoned it. I think I'm okay. Yeah, now we can just dagger it. And we've got more jackals coming, so I'm gonna head back to the hallway here so we can... Nah, they're too clever. Well, the plan was to get them one at a time, but they were highly organized. And if I'm being really optimal, I should be exploring with my blowgun out, because it takes you can see here, 0.5 of a turn to switch between weapons. So I can always switch to the dagger and that doesn't really hurt me. But if I see something that I want to blowgun immediately, we lose 0.5 of a turn switching from the dagger to the blowgun. That's our D1 done. I have 2 of a scroll, so I think I'm going to read it here. If it's 2, it's probably Identify or Remove Curse. It's Enchant Armor. We'll put it on our cloak. That's more likely to be the weapon that we'll end up with. Sorry, the armor we'll end up with for a long time rather than the chainmail. Worms we can still run from even though we're slow. I'm going to take him up. You definitely don't want them to be just roaming around on D2, because even though you can run from them, you might accidentally trap yourself. So say we just ran from the worm and we ran down here, and then we came across Sigmund. We went, uh-oh, okay, gotta get away from Sigmund. We start running back for the stairs, and then the worm's behind us, and now we're trapped. Okay, so we'd have Hop as a frog, but maybe we use that to get away from Sigmund. I don't know. The point is, even if you're not going to kill a worm that you find on D2, I'd rather bring him up to D1 than just let him wander around. And we can try to fight him. +2 dagger strong. Good. I probably should manually explore a bit while we're new on this floor, so we can try to stick in hallways rather than going into the open room. There's a war axe. Do you want to be an axe character? I don't know. I kind of feel like I'd like to be a longswords character. I don't know why in particular, but I like longswords. That's a bat skeleton. Okay. When I saw that, I started thinking of Shrike skeletons and panicking. Tile looked very similar. Okay, we lost another one of our poison needles there. Not a huge deal. But yeah, oh yeah. So open areas are extremely bad for our character because we have extra line of sight. So really, in these early floors, I really should just be exploring manually to try to keep us away from the open. Here's a halberd gnoll. That's really terrifying. They do extraordinary amounts of damage with a halberd. So the gnoll itself hits for 9, and then the halberd is 13. So this guy can hit for 22 every time, and then we can't run from him. What I would like to do is to maybe curare him, or maybe even we could try the needles of sleeping. Our problem is that the jackal is blocking us, and the gnoll is going to reach over the jackal and hit us. So I think I want to, first of all, I'm just going to shoot a poison at the jackal. Okay, we got a second halberd gnoll coming. Now we finally got him. I'm going to hop back. We went completely the other way. This is a nightmare. Alright, so we really just need to get our curare on the gnoll. Alright, okay, here we go. Okay, so Shift Q to quiver. Get our curare out. Let's shoot one of those. Missed again. Okay, we missed. So that's basically it. If your 2 curare needles miss, there's not really much you can do about that. So I guess now we try our needles of sleeping. Is really... Okay, we got him. Alright. Oh, he immediately woke up. Oh man. Okay. So I thought we might have a chance to step up to him and stab, but no, he immediately woke up and just smacked us. Okay. So it seems like it's not paralysis, it actually just puts him to sleep. So I guess unless you're stealthy, that doesn't really do much. Alright, so we're in all sorts of trouble. Any one hit can kill us here, because he can do up to, we worked out 22 damage, and we're on 21. So what do we do here? We could blind quaff and hope that we get something like Berserk Rage or Haste. We could step to him and try to kill him with our dagger. He doesn't have an armor, so that kind of helps, but again, like, he can just kill us. And it's pretty much what happens, or when I was saying before, being slow in the early game, you can just randomly die when you meet stuff like this, because anything else would just run from the gnoll, but we can't. Do we blind quaff? I feel like we just try to blind quaff and we look to get a potion of experience. Wow, okay, so we're super lucky. Except what do we do here? Do we just put it all into fighting, get 12 fighting skill, and then try to use that fighting skill to then have extra HP and just fight him? I want to say yes. I want to say yes. So that gives us 33 HP, 39, okay, and put us up an extra level. So now we just fight him. We really don't have much choice. Well, at least we don't die in one hit. Well, that was an extremely lucky blind quaff. We might still die. Okay, please, we got that other gnaw coming. Okay, good. Our hop's back up, so we can quiver our poison needles. We can shoot this guy. No, we can't. Let's hop away. I'm gonna hop down and right. Although, where was that other halberd gnaw? He was up there. I hope he's not coming. I don't want to blink down and left because we don't know what else is down here. Alright. That's as far as we can get. Let's try to poison the gnaw. We've only got 2. Hit him. Okay, we hit him twice. Okay, so now it's time to just dagger him. Alright, good. Still alive. Extremely lucky experience potion there. I think that means we stop focusing fighting now, seeing as we're on D2 and we have 12.5 fighting. Yeah. Let's focus armor instead. Because we're wearing chainmail, so we'll get good AC returns from that. It's a little bit of a bummer, that situation we were in there against the halberd gnaw, because it would have been nicer to spread this experience around a little bit rather than just be all in fighting. Okay, 1 poison needle. Did they all just mulch? Oh no, there are a few more on the floor, but I think quite a few of them have mulched. Okay, we learnt that needles are sleeping. Oh no, the halberd gnaw's coming. Gotta hop away before he sees us. I don't really want to curare this guy. I want to curare this guy though. Halberd gnaw round 2. Pull out our curare needles. Okay, this time we hit. So now we probably can just walk away from him. He's slowed and poisoned. We're ready to hop. Okay, good. Yeah. See, if our curare had just hit the first gnaw, he would have just died. But that's your luck, especially if you don't just go all in training your throwing for extra blowguns. Blowguns used to be really good, even at no throwing skill, but they got nerfed pretty heavily because they were pretty insane. Okay, so we got 5 poison needles, so they actually didn't all mulch, they were all up here. Alright, that looks like a U-Red altar. Is it? No, it's just a sort of U-Red themed floor. Alright, I was going to say U-Red is a strong god. Actually, I think U-Red is the strongest god. And it is one that we haven't played before. But I have a different idea in mind. So I'd rather not pick U-Red. But there's no point saying that because it's not actually a U-Red floor. I'm going to check the hatch up. Hypothetically optimal play. There's another 2 of something. I'm going to wait until the next floor to see it. We're not in a huge hurry. Because that way it might be magic mapping, in which case we could determine if there are any altars on this floor. Let's see. It's identify. So we're going to do... I think I'd like to do the ring. Curse teleportation, yeah. That's why you don't just put those on until you have remove curse. Especially for someone who can't run from situations, being randomly teleported to monsters is not good. And we're going to start doing our potions. Haste, that's nice. That also lets us run from something. Iskaya is not the one. Let's see. We have sort of picked up or seen an assortment of weapons. I do love polearms, but again, I don't know. I feel like I want to be a long sword guy. I don't know why. I just seem to have this idea in my head that frogs would be good with swords. It does cross train with the short blade skill that we're doing, but that's not a good reason. Really, we should just be going the first really good weapon we find, which we will do. What I'm saying is that the random spears we're finding are not making me want to go polearms, nor does the random war axe. We can pick up the glowing robe. Not going to try it without remove curse because that could just be -3. I think -2 is the worst, but it could be a minus cursed robe. Okay, Orc Priest, kind of scary. Not a lot we can do about it though. I mean, not so scary that on his own I want to curare him. If there were a wizard here as well, maybe. Also, I like how we're quivering the curare needles with that dagger. So, I guess if we wanted to throw the needles at the Orc Wizard we could. Wouldn't actually do anything though. Okay. We're just gonna slowly swing at him. That puff of frost really hurt. There's not really much more we can do. The blowgun is similarly going to be very inaccurate when he's invis. And I'm going to pick more strength again. He had a potion that he never used. Have we seen any other short... I don't think we've seen any other short swords that are magical. Here's a D3 worker ant. That's really scary. Particularly if you don't have curing, which we don't. There's a good chance it's N, which is 2 of something. Usually find more curing at the start of the game than other things. But still. Yeah, these guys are scary even up to D5 or so if you don't have curing. Maybe even further because they poison you a lot. They're much worse than an adder is. Fortunately, they are susceptible to poison themselves. So as long as we can make one of these poison needles hit, and I'm just going to keep going because he's really dangerous. Okay, he should tick out. I'm going to start fighting him. If he poisons us once, we'll hop away and then go for more poison arrows, poison needles, but I think he's dying. Yeah, cool. Remember to explore with our blowgun out to be optimal. Okay, that was just a single. Here's an adder. Similar thing, you can't run from them. And here's a good illustration of the whole walking around with the blowgun. If we'd had the dagger in hand to switch to the blowgun now, we'd lose 0.5 of a turn. So these guys are also susceptible to poison. So I'm going to try to... Ooh. Okay, finally got there. Once he had the poison on him, he was probably just going to tick out. So we just used our dagger. Same deal here. Hey, we got him on the last one. They're really inaccurate. That's kind of why I'm training throwing. Because blowguns, they're not terrible, but oh, trident. That kind of tempts me a bit more, but still not going to. They're not terrible at 0 skill, blowguns, but they're not like slings that with 0 skill you can just kill everything. So yeah. Is this a temple? I don't know. I think we're going to read our scrolls. I like reading them on the stairs of D4. That's the first level that you can find the temple. So if you get magic mapping here, we lost the blink scroll. That's fine. There's our remove curse. So with another one, we can start trying items. Random uselessness and fear. Okay, no magic mapping. Not a huge deal. Can shut the door for a couple of turns, let him come towards us, and then we'll fight him. More haste, very good. Makes us much more survivable. There's remove curse. So let's try this glowing robe. +1 robe of fire resistance. I'm going to keep it with us in the off chance that we find something like an early volcano, but this is 5 AC, 12 EV, which is 17 total, whereas this is also 17 total, but we get much more AC, which I prefer, even with the fire resistance. Okay, the Phantom's really scary. He hits quite hard, and we can't poison him. So we're just gonna, if we're gonna fight him at all, he actually just didn't follow. Okay, well, if we were gonna fight him, we'd want to be near the stairs. I feel a little bit uneasy having him running around, actually. Good. Iguana. He's marked as yellow, he's kind of scary. Oh, so I wouldn't mind having poison on him to help out. Yeah, we're actually just dying to him. Let's poison him again and then hop. So we'll just throw all our poison needles at him. We missed. Okay, he went down. Good. Those guys hit surprisingly hard for this point in the game. I'm just going to read my scrolls. It was immolation. Okay. Oh, wow. Alright. Well, this is not good. I think first things first, we need hop. Try and get away. Okay, we missed the door. Now we're going to start poison needling stuff. For the halberd knoll, especially, we want to try to get curare on him. Can we hit him? No, he's being blocked. Oh, okay, never mind. Now we've got an orc priest and an orc wizard. So it's time to quaff one of our 2 haste potions. And we're going to do our best fast frog impression. Yeah, so we're faster than stuff now. If I could though, I'd still really like to curare the halberd knoll. Let's throw out our poison needles at the wizard while we're hasted. And okay, there's the priest. I would like to curare him too. Okay, we got him, so he's probably going to die to that. While we're hasted and we've got a chance to get rid of the priest, that would be good. Did not feel more experience, that worries me. Let's go to the poison needles again. They all missed. Okay, we're slow again, but we're back at the stairs. So we can take the wizard up on his own. We're going to try to... Oh, he went invis. We're going to try to stair dance up the knolls that are down there. Are we? Or are we just picking a new stair? I'm not sure. The question really is if the halberd knoll is there. If it's just the spear guy and the whip guy, I don't mind. Okay, that's fine. So now we can get in the... Well, being in the hallway doesn't help much because the other guy has a pole on. But yeah, we can fight this. We've got 65 HP thanks to our experience potion. And this has just a wizard now. He went invis. We'll go out and wait. And then, yeah, don't really want to use my curare on him. Let's try the sleeping ones again. Just out of science. Okay, they just didn't work. They were hitting the orc wizard, but not actually sleeping him. Okay, auto pickup back on. Okay, so there's a halberd null and a priest running around, both of which are very scary. I'm gonna have the curare out, just in case we see them. Okay, got him. Let's make him, I don't mind being here, because he's nearly dead, and he's gonna be forced to either come to the corner here to fight us, or if he runs around here, we can hop onto him. Okay, well he did just die. You might think that hop is just a defensive ability, but can also be used for offense to get on top of ranged things that you don't want hitting you from ranged. There's our halberd null. I think we could probably fight him without the curare if he's just on his own. We've got him poisoned. Yeah, that was fine. Let's identify the potion that's 3. Yep. So the 3 meant it was probably curing, or at least it had a good chance. I said it was N before because I had 2 of those, so it wasn't N, but we ended up with 3 of the actual curing one. There's a Vehement altar. He has a Wand of Flame, that's okay. Good to have for us now. If that was a Wand of Acid or something like that, that's always a fun way to die. A Scorpion, another scary D4 thing. Again, vulnerable to poison. Okay, and I don't mind just hitting it. We've got 3 curings, so I'm not afraid of being poisoned to death by him. Otherwise I would hop and then try to poison him from range. Same thing with this guy. I was happy to hit him once, and then I didn't want to risk mulching my blowgun, so I didn't fire anymore. 4 potions of something. That's unusual. This is a very poison themed floor. Here's the Phantom. So we can't poison him. I guess when he comes to us, we can try to hit him with the dagger. But I don't know that we win this fight, and also this is extremely tedious. Maybe we should, while he's blinking away, just be walking back towards the stairs. Because I can see that fight going wrong and then just really embarrassingly dying. And again, he's not really following us. Can you come? Where are the stairs? Well, there are 2 phantoms. Are there? Yeah, there are. Okay, so we... Oh man, I don't know that we can kill these guys. We can try. We can always take them up to D3. Okay, so that way you can park them. Although, not a good idea to park him at the stairwell. We know there's another phantom. So we can park him down here. So if we're going to die, we'll just go back up. Actually, let's just take him up. Okay, so we can park him on D2. If we're going to die, we just go downstairs when he blinks away. And then we leave him. Are we winning? I think we are winning this fight, yeah. Turns out we can fight him. I wonder if scale mail is better. For science, we're 11-7, 9-10. So this is better. Okay. This gives us 19 total. And part of that is because we don't have much armor skill and that much strength for our chainmail. So yeah, turns out the scale mail is better. Although the chainmail will outpace it. Getting impatient, walking away from the stairs. And this guy we're not beating. Let's go up. We'll rest, we'll reset the fight. We'll bring him up so we can just leave him. This becomes too tedious. I think we're losing again. Maybe. Oh man. I wanted to avoid kiting, but this feels worse than kiting. He's blinking away and then we are slow to chase him. More ID. We're going to do more potions. Okay, you got to be careful as well that you don't accidentally use all your poison needles and start shooting curare, because the game, so we've only got one. When I fire this, you see now that the game automatically switches to the curare. So yeah, try not to do that. You could put an inscription on it to make it prompt you if you're going to shoot them, but I feel like that would be way more annoying than helpful. We'll go N. It was League. Okay, that's really good. That lets us deal with something like a killer bee pack or some other scary monster that we can't run from. In the early game, the AC bonus that you get from League is really good. More orcs. Are we going to have priests again? I wonder at what point we should turn fighting back on. Yeah, its relative cost is so much higher compared to everything else, so I guess not for a little while. 3 scrolls or something. I feel like finding 3 scrolls is very likely to be teleport, so I'm going to read it on the stair. It was summoning. Wow, 3 scrolls of summoning. That's not something that happens every day. We got 1 worm out of it who timed out. He did his best, I'm sure. Let's put on this ring. We've got remove curse. It's positive energy. You can remember to stay positive. Yay. And ooh, this glass wall here, we're gonna go check out because that might indicate altars. Before we do that, 3 heal wounds and 2 brilliance. We've been extremely lucky with our consumables this game. Che, no, we're not gonna be a frog of Che. All in on the slow. We already did that on Naga. It wasn't that bad actually. But then, I like Che. Oh, a troll leather armor. Wait, is that actually good? I just got excited because that's not something you normally find this early. I think it was a trap because now we've completely lagged out. Oh. We're back. Okay, let's test that out. 1911, 613. No, it's such a big drop in AC. I'd rather just have the extra AC, even though it does give you extra regen. Okay, metal walls over here, again indicating the possibility of altars. Come on, lag. Basically can't move right now. Come on, game. There we go. We're back. Okay, so we're gonna see. Oh, there's a longsword. I kind of want to do this. Like I said before, like this is just a plain longsword. There's nothing at all special about it. But I feel like I want to be a longsword character. So I think what I'm gonna do, if the lag ever allows us, is read this scroll, which is magic mapping. So there are 2 altars there. They're good gods. They're not ones we want. There's another altar down here. Maybe we want that one. Are these always? I think they're always good gods. So we're gonna go down. Oh man. Alright. And the thing I wanted to do was to open my skill menu. We're going to stop focusing armor. We'll keep training it, but we'll stop focusing it. And we're going to focus long blades while turning off short blades. So you see we're starting off at 2.5 already. And I'd still like to use a +2 dagger while our alternative is a plain longsword. But training long blades will also give cross training back to short blades. And then, yeah. I mean, if we find some really sick artifact weapon in the meantime, I'll be happy to switch from the long blade plan. But, yeah, I don't know why. I just really want to try long blades. It's a Ured altar. Yeah. Strong god. A god we have played, but in theme with the Barachi rebelling against the gods, they're really bad at invocations. And I really like training invocations on my Ured characters. So that's not going to work extremely well. Doan and Duvessa. I definitely don't want to fight Doan first. Okay, so Duvessa, let's curare her. I think it's worth it, probably. What has she got? Just a short sword. Okay, so she's not too scary like this. So we should be able to just kill her now. Good. Okay, and Doan does get kind of scary now. I don't know that he's scary enough that I want to curare him. He has a dagger protection. We have 78 HP. I feel like I'd be surprised if he killed us. Let's just start with a poison needle or two. Where are you going? Oh, symmetrical. Line of sight symmetrical. There we go. I remembered. When he comes to us, we'll dagger him. Ooh, Shard of Ice. Yeah, Shard of Ice really hurts. If he did that a few more times, we might be in trouble. Maybe we should curare him. We missed. Okay. Well, we don't have much choice now. We'll try and block line of sight. He's no longer poisoned either. I'm going to pick up that one. So now that he blinks, we can fire one more. And pick up this one. Okay. Well, he didn't get us, but it was closer than I would have liked. A +3 dagger protection is better than the +2 dagger, just in case you couldn't tell. And I'm going to drop the War Axe and the +2 dagger. I'm going to hold the trident because there are situations where we might be able to cheese stuff with the extra reach. That is a Yak pack on D5, which is utterly insane. I feel like this might be worth a curare. Also, we've only got one left, so one morched. I feel like it is. This is so early for a Yak. And again, being the slow species that we are, we cannot run from him. Let's fight him while he's slowed. Okay, got him. Got a whole bunch of level ups. Man, Yaks. Oh, please don't see me. One has. Let's blink away just so the other one does not come. And again, we're just going to curare him, or try. We missed. Welp. Okay, sleep him. Run away. Okay, well, it looks like things just immediately wake up. Is there anything we could do? We have a lot of heal wounds. We could lig, actually. But we also, as soon as we hit him with the stagger protection, we're going to go to 16 AC. We might be able to just fight him with 16 AC. If not, and I think this is telling us not, well, actually, we've got another hop away. I was going to say we could hop towards the curare, but we really can't, and we don't have... Well, we still have some poison needles. Okay. So let's hop to get a little bit of distance. Okay, well, I wanted to poison needle him, but that's not happening. I think we need to do something. I'm going to quaff lig. So this will give us... Now we have 24 AC. Are we still going to die to him? 31. I think we're okay. Alright. Okay, so we've got more Yaks. Maybe we just go down on this level. As long as the curare hits though, we can fight them. But we only get one chance. There are 3 Yaks. Alright. Curare, please. No, failed. Poison Needle, go. Hop away, go. And maybe we'll get luckier this time. If we have to, we'll just use all our lead potions. I think we're winning this one. Okay, wow. Curare. Oh, we haven't picked it up again. Did it mulch? I don't know. I think it might have mulched, so I think we're out of Curare. This is 2 Yaks. We could read a scroll of summoning. I feel like this is a sort of situation that might be worth it. And we got pretty bad summons, but at least they're gonna hold these Yaks here, so that only one at a time can hit us. Well, that was the plan. Let's hop up. We missed the whole way. Do we summon again? Or do we just walk for the stairs? Yeah, I think we just walk for the stairs. And then we can take one up. Alright. And then I think we can fight him. Jeez. The D5 Yak pack. Let's pick a new stair so we're not right on top of that Yak. We can at least get our poison needles back. They all failed. Let's one flame him while he's at range. And then, yeah. Let's go more strength again. I think our Yaks are done. We'll just do one quick run around the floor. A book of changes? No, we're not going to be a transmuter frog. We're happy with our natural frog state. Picked up those tomahawks of returning because we're training throwing, so they're actually pretty good to have. I'm going to quiver them when we're just running around. Oh, okay. And we actually, it turns out that we found the god that I wanted. So let's quickly worship Gozag. Or actually, no, let's wrap it up. So, because it's getting a bit longer, we're going to go back to not quite hour episodes. So 45 to 50 minutes maybe. We'll say 40 to 50 minutes. Now that we're not trying to do 15 runes. But yeah, I wanted to go Gozag because Gozag is not a Invocations god. And we are really bad at Invocations. But I'll talk properly about Gozag in the next one. So if you join me for that, we can start worshipping Gozag. And I really wish we had just come here. But anyway, see you next time.